school.
There is zero statistical significance.
You got to go to private school.
Because nobody can figure out what's being said here right now. No, there is no last thing right now.
The lights are blazing, the cameras are locked in, and everything should be business as usual. But something's off. The tension hangs thicker than makeup powder. This isn't just another daytime TV exchange. It's the instant a carefully controlled narrative starts leaking air. Whoopi Goldberg is positioned like the final authority, expecting compliance, not resistance. But today, the illusion cracks. The teleprompter reality collides with the real one, and suddenly, the show isn't in control anymore. Watch closely, this is where it starts to unravel. A jaw tightens. A pause lingers too long. The moment dissent enters the conversation, the reaction isn't curiosity, it's rejection. This isn't debate, it's disbelief that someone dared to step outside the approved script. Years of moral certainty evaporate in seconds. The shock isn't about disagreement, it's about losing dominance over the room.
Up. This has been studied in 2020. A 2020 study found that only about half of states with voucher programs require teachers to have a bachelor's degree, require teachers to have training, require teachers to have licensing, require participating in private schools.
If I may get in, just to make it a conversation.
But because I have children and because I looked at private schools.
I went to public school. I believe you went to go to private school.
There is zero statistical significance.
Instead of engaging the point, the response shifts to credentials and clout. Experience replaces evidence. Status replaces substance. This is how institutional power protects itself, not by winning discussions, but by declaring certain discussions off limits. The message is clear, you don't argue your case here, you submit to it. It's not persuasion, it's enforcement, and it's delivered with visible strain. Then comes the curveball. The guest doesn't fold. Shifts to credentials. The resistance is calm, steady, unapologetic. And for the first time, Whoopi looks genuinely rattled. The dynamic flips itself. She's no longer delivering statements, but by she's being challenged to justify them. The polished rhythm of the show falters, exposing how unprepared the format is for real opposition. It's enforcement, and it's delivered with visible strain.
Said here right now. No, there is no last thing right now. We're going to go to break, and then we're gonna come back.
Yes,
because you can't. What's happening is no one can hear anything anyone is saying. So everybody has to
on it, so we can talk.
Well,
that goes for you too.
That's
for word, and she's been talking.
Then comes the curveball. The guest doesn't fold. The resistance is calm, steady, unapologetic. And for the first time, Whoopi looks genuinely rattled. The dynamic flips itself. She's no longer delivering statements, but she's being challenged to justify them. The polished rhythm of the show falters, exposing how unprepared the format is for real opposition gets. It's enforcement, and how far removed it is from normal life. Then comes the curveball. The guest doesn't fold. The resistance is calm, steady, unapologetic. And for the first time, Whoopi looks genuinely rattled. The dynamic flips. She's no longer delivering statements, but she's being challenged to justify them. The polished rhythm of the show falters, exposing how unprepared the format is for real opposition gets. It's enforcement, and how far removed it is from normal life.
Enjoy owning the libs or smacking them down. I want to hear from them and I want to learn, and I'm going to disagree, but we're going to try to find the things we can agree on, and then there's going to be some where we don't, and that's
Then comes the curveball. The guest doesn't fold. The resistance is calm, steady, unapologetic. And for the first time, Whoopi looks genuinely rattled. The dynamic flips. She's no longer delivering statements, but she's being challenged to justify them. The polished rhythm of the show falters, exposing how unprepared the format is for real opposition gets. It's enforcement, and how far removed it is from normal life. Then comes the quiet. And it's deafening. No applause. No cues. Just discomfort. The crowd doesn't know how to react because the performance has slipped. Even the usual rhythm of affirmation breaks down. This isn't outrage, it's realization. The viewers can feel that something authentic just interrupted something artificial.
Yes.
And we're having a conversation.
Yes.
And we're going to go back to it. But before we do, I just want to say, this is the beauty of people who have different opinions. Sometimes it's messy. We're going to go back to the convo that...
In a brief, unguarded moment, the mask drops. A remark escapes that reveals more than intended, not about policy, but about people. There's a flash of contempt that confirms what critics have long suspected. The show claims diversity of thought, but this moment exposes a rigid ideological bubble with little tolerance for outsiders. As the segment limps toward commercial break, the forced smiles can't hide the damage. This isn't a one-off awkward moment, it's a symptom. Legacy media isn't collapsing because it's challenged. It's collapsing because it refuses to adapt. Every attempt to silence debate pushes viewers elsewhere, to platforms that aren't afraid of friction. The takeaway is unavoidable. The era of untouchable voices is over. Whoopi Goldberg wasn't ready because the rules have changed. The microphone no longer guarantees control. Audiences question. Guests push back. Narratives compete. This clip isn't just viral, it's symbolic. A reminder that cultural power no longer belongs to those who demand agreement, but to those who can defend their ideas.
When Alyssa will say that I disagree with, there are moments more than I think that she'll admit to. She really disagrees with me, but we leave it at the table. It's never personal, and that's how we do it. And I love that about her. I love that.